everybody, this is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Pokemon Blue, my complete Pokedex journey. So my last episode, we went through Route 3, clearing out all of the trainers. We caught a Jigglypuff, and I also did some off-screen level grinding, getting my 1 level for Pikachu, as well as my Squirtle for Route 3, as well as for the next area we're going to be heading to, which is Mount Moon. And then we just said no to a very questionable old man trying to sell us a Magikarp, which we can get later in the game using our Old Rod. So far we have 10 Pokemon that we have acquired, and we have seen 19 of the 151. And today we're going to be heading into the first major dungeon of the game, and that is Mount Moon. So Mount Moon is pretty big, and the Pokemon you can catch in here are Zubat, Geodude, Paris, and Clefairy. Now the most common are Zubat and Geodude, with Zubat being, of course, the one you're going to see the most often. You get a TM here for Water Gun. We don't need that right now, but you can teach it to someone if you want to. And this is a sight you're going to see a lot in this dungeon, and that is Zubats over and over and over, and over and over and over again. Fortunately, we are fast enough to just run away from those encounters. And Pikachu could actually kill them pretty easily with his Thunder Shock too, but again, I'm not going to be doing that to gain any extra experience. Our first trainer here is a Bug Catcher. So we're going to be skipping him because we've seen quite a few Bug Catchers so far. This Bug Catcher had a Weedle and a Kakuna, and of course the Weedle managed to poison my Pikachu. So I'm gonna have to head back to the Poke Center to heal up Pikachu, and then I'll come back and we will continue onward. Alright, so we are topped off in health, and now we're gonna continue on to this sign, which of course lets us know that Zubat is to beware of. And that's true. Not just because it's a bloodsucker. Its Absorb ability is not really that powerful. It's more so because of its supersonic ability, which can confuse a party member. And even though it's supposed to be a 50-50 shot, you are going to hit yourself over and over again. But here we have a second trainer, and we have to take on a Clefairy. So we're going to use pretty much the same strats we used on the Jigglypuff trainer on Route 3, which is we're going to paralyze them, and then we're going to lower their physical attack. And that's actually nice because Pikachu is not going to be using his physical attacks, so you can growl me as much as you want, Clefairy. Yes, that's right, keep doing it. Do not use Sing. Please do not use Sing. Sleep is way too powerful in this game. Oh no. So how many turns is it going to take for my Pikachu to wake up? We do not have awakenings. That is not an option right now. So we're just going to have to fight and hope that he wakes up. That's one turn. And here's where hopefully the reduction in attack will come in, as the pound should not be as powerful as it normally is. It's still doing 5 damage, which is pretty powerful. Woke up after 3 turns, not too bad. Let's see how we do here. Yes, that's right, dodge. Dodge, Pikachu. Jump around, run around, avoid all of those attacks. Oh man. You were almost dead, Clefairy. Don't put me to sleep. Well, nice, we just woke up. And you're paralyzed, which means you're dead. That is one of the more annoying trainer encounters in this dungeon. So I'm glad to have that out of the way. Now there is a much more annoying and dangerous one coming later. But we're going to head back to the Poke Center and heal up and continue onward as well. So as I mentioned, there are 4 Pokemon to catch in Mount Moon. The ones you're going to see most often are Zubat and Geodude. And then the more rare encounters are Paris and Clefairy. Now you can actually see them a little bit more often on the deeper floors of the dungeon. And who is that? So floors 2 and 3 of the dungeon have a slightly higher encounter rate for Paris and Clefairy. So if you're trying to get them, you're going to want to stay on floors 2 and 3 to increase your chances of encountering them. Team Rocket? We heard about you from somebody talking on a phone in a previous area. Why do you have a whip? Are you an animal trainer? Isn't there an animal trainer class in this game? Well, we cannot use our Thunder Shock on this Sandshrew. It is ground type, so our Thunder Shock is ineffective. But fortunately, Water Gun is super effective. So it's going to take out Sandshrew pretty quickly. And what else do you have? Usually, again, you're going to have Rattata, you're going to have Zubats usually, and then also Aikens. Those are most commonly what we're going to see with Team Rocket. And then later in the game, you're going to see Coughings and some other Pokemon as well, like Grimer. Let's try Quick Attack here to kill this Rattata so it doesn't have a chance to hit us again. Use a priority move. And then I will definitely stick around for Zubat. With pleasure. Let's blast it into oblivion with Thunder Shock. So there are 2 hidden items here in Mount Moon, so I'll be showing those off as well. And then there are numerous trainers that you're going to have to face. Youngsters, bug catchers, lasses, and then these Team Rocket people as well. And then there's a few hikers and super nerds also. You're not going to like it, will you? Well, too bad. We're the foil for Team Rocket in this game. Alright, so I'm going to head back to the Poke Center, and then we will continue onward. And maybe we'll start catching some Pokemon. Not quite yet. I'm waiting for specific Pokemon at specific levels to catch. But here we have our first Super Nerd encounter. I don't know what defines a Super Nerd as opposed to just a nerd, but whatever. This one has electric Pokemon. So obviously Thunder Shock is going to be less effective, so we're going to use our physical attack. Which Pikachu has a pretty good physical attack power, at least mine does. It's just he's not getting a stab bonus, which is same type attack bonus. Which is something most people know about in this game, but if you use an attack that is the same element as the element of your Pokemon, you get a bonus to the power of that attack. There we go, we took out Magnemite. Magnemite does not have any of its really annoying abilities yet, but will very soon as it gets stronger and stronger with trainers in the future. And then we have a Voltorb. It's going to use Screech on us to lower our defense. That should not be a major issue. I think all it really has is Tackle. And if it does decide to use Screech again, well, so much the better. It's not going to get another chance to attack. I love it when you get a critical hit when an enemy is almost dead. It seems to happen way more often than a normal critical hit. I know the critical hit rate is pretty low, and that's just anecdotal. It's entirely up to RNG, but it seems like it happens a lot when Pokemon are near death. So we have a couple items to pick up here, and then we'll head up and take on that trainer, which is another bug catcher. So we'll be skipping this encounter too. So that bug catcher had 2 Caterpies and a Metapod. Not too bad. We're seeing lots of bug catchers early in the game. But fortunately, we're going to start seeing some different types of trainers as we progress. Now once we get to the next area of the game, which is the next city, which is Cerulean City, we will be able to start picking up Repels, which will be super nice in upcoming areas. And would be really nice in this area too if we had them, because they would prevent us from having to, grass Pokemon, take on all of these random encounters. The random encounter rate can get a little out of hand. So here we have an Oddish, which has the Absorb ability. Now it's not going to be super effective against our Pikachu, but that would be a different matter against Squirtle. So this trainer has grass Pokemon, which is not very good for our Squirtle. So we're going to have to try to beat them with Pikachu. Because Squirtle is going to take a lot of damage from their grass moves. Might have to use a potion here. I guess it depends on what Bellsprout is going to do. I don't think I'm going to chance it. We'll just heal. Bellsprout is not very fast, but they do have a pretty good special attack. Which in this game, special attack and defense are not separated. That didn't happen until Gen 2. So special is just a single statistic. So they have a pretty good special. And then they use growth, which makes it even worse. But we managed to take it out without too much fuss. So another trainer goes down. We have a couple more on this floor, and then we will continue onward, probably in my next episode, to the deeper floors. Alright, so here we found a Geodude. Let's see if we can catch it. We did. So I just ended up using physical attacks on it. It didn't do much damage, but obviously lightning does not work on them because they are ground type, in addition to rock type. So if you'd like to name this Geodude or its family, let me know in the comments below. And here we have a Zubat. And we caught one. Yay! Zubat! When I've done poison-only runs of this game, where I only use poison Pokemon, I do use a Zubat. If you'd like to name it, let me know in the comments. Mainly because you don't have a lot of options when it comes to just doing single type runs. Especially with poison. But there are options somewhat with poison compared to some of the other types in the game. Alright, we get TM1, which I believe is Mega Punch. That's a pretty powerful physical attack. It just has a lower accuracy. That's something I might be teaching my Squirtle at some point. And here we have our second Team Rocket trainer. You're pulling a big job. Well, what is that? From what we heard, you're stealing fossils of rare Pokemon. And of course, we can't have that. So we will stop you. This 10-year-old child and our Pokemon we just met will come in and stop these Pokemon gangsters, self-identified. And here's an Akins. Did you know that Akins is snake backwards? Of course you did. I like that that's one of the memes associated with Pokemon, especially these early games in the series. Akins is not too bad. It has higher defense and can certainly poison you, but its speed is not the greatest. Where it can be annoying is if it uses the Wrap ability, especially if it poisons you, and it can catch you kind of in a pattern with that. No, I'm not going to give you fossils if I find them. Our first hidden item is in this rock here. We get an ether. So let's continue back up the stairs. Oh, we found a Paris. Nice. So let's paralyze it. And then we will attack it with Quick Attack. See how much damage. Ooh, critical hit. Well, that should be catchable. Probably isn't going to break out. Alright, nice. So now we just have Clefairy to go. Which means we will not find a Clefairy, and I'll have to basically grind for like hours to find one. Paris is an interesting Pokemon. If you'd like to name it, let me know in the comments. It's a bug type. Doesn't really learn any useful bug abilities, really. I think it learns Absorb, maybe. Mostly physical attacks. And its speed is pretty bad. so it never really comes into play. Bugs in general in Generation 1 are not that great, at least for the bug type itself. Some of the bugs are okay as physical attackers or special attackers, like Scyther as a physical attacker, or, Butterfree as a special attacker. But in terms of pure bugs using bug attacks, there's just not really that much available in Gen 1. The best bug attack is really what is learned by Beedrill, and Beedrill is just not that great, especially as the game progresses. So we have a Rattata here. Let's take it out with the water gun. And then a Zubat. I will certainly blast that with electricity. I think we're closing in on the end of this episode. We'll finish off floor 1, and then we'll do floors 2 and 3, which floor 2 is just those segue pathways that take you to floor 3. Yes, losing does stink. And so we'll do those in my next episode and finish off Mount Moon. But we have one more trainer to take out. This encounter rate. And that is a hiker up here near the stairs down to the final area of the game in this dungeon. So this is a hiker, which typically uses Geodudes and also Machops. So we'll throw Squirtle into the first slot of our party. I am just a kid. Kids are the ones who take everybody out in Pokemon. You should know that by now. And then in my next episode, we will finish off Mount Moon, and we will also try to find a Clefairy, and also the second hidden item in this dungeon. And I think we will also pick up a special item, which is a fossil of a Pokemon. Now we won't be able to do anything with that fossil until much later in the game, but we at least can pick it up. The Geodudes are going to go down fast to water moves. And also, if you have Bulbasaur, of course, then grass moves are going to take them out fast, too. Ooh, and an Onix. That's not that scary, but it is what it is. And now that Squirtle is actually at level 18, it is going to evolve. Except I don't want it to evolve. So I will be pressing cancel during the evolution to prevent that from happening by distracting it. Hey Squirtle, look over there. Yeah, stop evolving. Alright, thanks for watching, viewers. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for the continued support, and I'll see y'all next time. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.